Hi guys, Forgotten Wolf here, and this is the 600 like special, a video on the Doom of Valyria. Before we begin, I'm so thankful for all you guys. I could not have done this without any of you guys, and this is absolutely incredible. I would have never expected this, so with that out of the way, let's begin. Old Valyria was a civilization that featured families that had loads of dragons and practiced marrying their siblings. Old Valyria was basically a civilization of a bunch of families that were like the Targaryens, but way more rich and with even more dragons. In fact, the Targaryens were poor compared to everyone else, so they had left Valyria for Dragonstone in the years before with their three dragons, Balerion, Vagar, and Meraxes. For many years, Valyria was the dominant place in Essos. This all changed when, out of nowhere, a bunch of volcanic explosions erupted, known as the 14 Flames, and all of these explosions killed everyone and all their dragons in Old Valyria while it consumed the city, leaving only ash. Afterwards, the city and country and place was said to be cursed with grayskin and death rampant. In fact, three people have been there and lived, being Euron Greyjoy, Tyrion Lannister, and Jorah Mormont. The last two coming what through when they went through it in the shell. To this very day, we still don't know why the Doom of Valyria happened, so I will go over all these theories as to what caused the volcanic explosions. The first theory I have seen is one that I covered, being that it was just natural explosions, and this is the official reason, but it's always suspected to be not the true reason for the Doom. The second theory I saw is that the Valyrians found a giant or monster there, which caused this city and civilization to be destroyed. While this is possible, I doubt it for two simple questions: where is the body, and how did the monster die, if everyone was dying? And the third theory is that the Valyrians tried to control the volcanoes with sorcery and magic and fire. Now, there is some evidence to support this theory, being all of the magic present in the Game of Thrones universe, particularly from Melisandre, and I don't think it's impossible the Valyrians has someone or a sorceress like Melisandre. I don't think it's impossible. Also, providing more evidence is that there's already magic to confirm to be present in the old Valyria, being dragons, and there were so many dragons that it's not impossible that they were had access to spells and magic, given how rich the civilization was said to be. However, the final theory is the one that is the most plausible, being the Faceless Men organized the Doom by killing the people who controlled the volcanoes, causing them to erupt. While the show has never given any evidence or any really anything to prove one theory or another, the books do provide evidence for this theory in particular. In the books, Arya overhears the origins of the Faceless Men, which basically say the Faceless Men brought a gift to the Valyrians, which implies they found something and they allowed them to basically kill all the old Valyrians. And we know the Faceless Men were in Old Valyria because it's confirmed that they started in Old Valyria as miners or slaves. And there is so much textual evidence in the books when describing Old Valyria. This theory seems to be by far the most probable cause to the Doom of Valyria. And if you want to see all this evidence, I would say read any Daenerys chapter or any Arya chapter. There's probably some evidence in there in the books. And with all that said, what do I think is the true cause of the Doom of Valyria, which killed all the Valyrian families except three? The Faceless Men theory. There is so much evidence for this, and it also explains where they got their power of being able to change faces from. With all the evidence to say, either the Red God really does exist. It doesn't sound impossible that the Faceless Men found something from the Red God in the caves, which gave them powers and essentially allowed them to kill the Valyrians by causing explosions. And that doesn't include all the other book evidence. And although we don't know officially what caused the Doom, I think it's not too far off we can say that the Faceless Men caused the Doom of Valyria. But we do know the aftermath, being the three families that survived the Doom of Valyria: House Celtigar, House Velaryon, and House Targaryen, as they had immigrated to Westeros before. The Targaryens would eventually use their three dragons to go on a conquest led by the head of their house, Aegon. And the conquest will be known as Aegon's Conquest. One more thing. Do I think we will ever see the true cause of the Doom of Valyria in a show? Or book? Yes. I think we'll get a recap on the Doom of Valyria in the upcoming Aegon's Conquest show, or when George R. R. Martin finishes the books. But that is it for now. Thank you guys so much for 600 likes, and I really love all of you. And I will now reveal the 750 likes goal, being how Mercedes formed a Formula One empire. But until then, bye!